you get mad, even if you get
Yes,
offended.
ma'am.
So, what you gonna do? Because I guarantee you,
Other of us.
Tyler Perry just got slapped with a lawsuit, and the streets are on fire with this one. Word is, he allegedly made some wild statements about another man, and guess who's sitting back with popcorn? Monique! She's been calling Tyler out for years, warning folks about his shady moves behind the scenes. But back then, everyone said she was just bitter over their beef. Now it's starting to look like Monique was right the whole time. And she's not alone. Katt Williams is out here throwing daggers too. Katt's not just some random hater. He's been in the industry long enough to know what really goes down when the cameras stop rolling. Both he and Monique have been saying the same thing for years. Tyler's not as squeaky clean as people think. Folks used to clown them, calling them bitter and jealous, like they were just trying to take down a successful black mogul. But now, it's all starting to make sense. This lawsuit has people connecting dots that were hiding in plain sight. And trust, Monique and Katt are not keeping quiet. They're speaking out loud on this case, and they're not just pointing fingers at Tyler. They're name-dropping other men Tyler allegedly helped out in private. And baby, the streets are shook. This ain't just some petty drama. It's messy, it's layered, and it's about to explode. The deeper you go, the dirtier it gets. And Monique, she's standing 10 toes down, like always. When it comes to Tyler Perry, she's been screaming from the start, and now, folks are finally listening. This story is just heating up, and trust me, the next twist is gonna be even crazier. Let's keep it real. If Tyler Perry had zero haters, that would mean Monique vanished off the map. And we know that's never happening. So the second news broke that Tyler was being accused of something involving another man, everyone already knew Monique was gonna pounce. And she did. She hit Instagram with a video that had the whole internet buzzing, and in the caption, she came out swinging. She wrote, "I guarantee you can't beat me up. You get mad even if you get offended. So what you gonna do? Because I guarantee you can't beat me up." Whoa. She was bold with it, and fans were glued to their screens. Knowing the history between her and Tyler, no one was shocked she took a shot. But honestly, people expected her to go even harder. That post was light work compared to what we thought she might unleash. But don't get it twisted. Monique's shade still hit, and the timing, perfect. And guess who else popped back into the mix? Katt Williams. Of course, right? At this point, it's no surprise. Katt's been on Tyler's neck just like Monique. Both of them been pulling back the curtain on the so-called Mr. Perfect of Hollywood. Katt's not sugarcoating a thing. He's been airing out secrets left and right, and if you remember the mess he dropped about Uncle Che, you know he's got no filter. This man is digging up skeletons like it's nothing. So let's be real, these new allegations against Tyler Perry? Katt ain't shocked one bit. In fact, he's looking like he expected it. Why is this heating up so fast? Because Katt Williams been side-eyeing Tyler Perry for a while now, and now that he and Monique are tag teaming. Oh, buckle up. This ain't just drama, it's a full-blown Hollywood hurricane coming straight for Tyler. The streets are buzzing, and the pressure's building fast. So what exactly are Monique and Katt saying? Word is, they've been hearing whispers about Tyler's behind-the-scenes behavior for years. This new accuser might be the first to publicly put a name on it, but according to Monique and Katt, he's far from the first to deal with something questionable. They're hinting that actor Christian Keys might have had his own situation with Tyler too. Allegedly, of course. But before we even get into that list of names floating around, let's break down this actual lawsuit, because it's messy and the claims are getting real. Actor Derek Dixon has officially stepped forward, filing some serious accusations against Tyler. And he ain't holding back. According to the reports, Derek first met Tyler Perry back in 2019 at some event. Tyler supposedly spotted him from the crowd, walked over, and asked for his number, claiming he might have a role for him. Now that sounds like a dream opportunity, right? Especially coming from a major Hollywood name. And to be fair, Tyler did cast Derek, but only in a tiny role on Ruthless. just 2 episodes. And then, nothing. That so-called big break ended before it even started. That's when, according to Derek, things took a turn behind the scenes. And now, he's laying it all out in court. No filters, no sugarcoating. The documents have dropped, and Tyler Perry's legal team has to be sweating right now. This is just the beginning. And if the rest of those whispered names start coming forward too, Hollywood might not be ready for the storm that's coming. Derek really tried to stay close, real close, to Tyler Perry's inner circle, hoping it would open doors for his acting career. But the way Derek tells it, Tyler's attention may have gone way beyond business. According to his claims, things got uncomfortable when Tyler allegedly started making personal advances toward him, and it only got messier from there. Court documents say that in January 2020, Tyler invited Derek over to his home in Atlanta. Derek agreed, thinking it was just a chill hangout, maybe a chance to build stronger connections in the industry. But once he got there, the vibes reportedly shifted fast. Derek says he had a little too much to drink and ended up crashing in the guest room. But what he claims happened after that had jaws dropping. Derek alleges Tyler came into the room, got in the bed with him, and started touching his thighs. Even after Derek says he clearly shut it down. According to him, Tyler didn't back off and kept showing interest anyway. And here's where the whole situation takes a wild turn. After Derek rejected him, he says he was suddenly offered a better role in The Oval. Still not the lead, but definitely a step up from that blink and you miss it spot in Ruthless. At first, Derek thought maybe things were finally starting to click in his favor. But then, the texts started rolling in. Reports say Tyler allegedly began sending him messages that were way too personal. Derek claims the messages were flirty and included questions about his preferences, and even included a supposed confession from Tyler that he had been with other men before. Now, that part alone had people gasping, but tied into the bigger lawsuit, it's sending shockwaves through the industry. Derek's story is raising serious questions, and people are waiting to see if anyone else comes forward next. Now, here's where things get even darker. Derek says the character he played, Dale, wasn't just any role. It was written as a gay homeless store clerk who had to sleep with people just to survive. That alone had folks raising eyebrows. But the behind-the-scenes story, it's way more twisted. According to Derek, Tyler straight up told him he wasn't just looking for a business connection. He allegedly said he wanted someone who'd be loyal, dependent, and fully committed, both professionally and intimately. That's when Derek started realizing this situation was a lot deeper than just acting gigs. Even though Derek says he made it crystal clear he wasn't into that kind of relationship, he still felt trapped. He didn't want to blow up his shot at making it in the industry. So instead of snapping, he tried to keep it respectful, told Tyler he wasn't with it, but tried to stay professional, hoping it would just blow over. But it didn't. Later in 2020, Derek claims Tyler invited him back to Atlanta. He showed up thinking everything was cool. But what happened next, according to him, was wild. He says the whole vibe switched, and Tyler allegedly started getting real suggestive, asking him if he liked it rough and even grabbing him by the throat while saying, "Look how excited you just got." Derek says he was shook, but that wasn't even the end of it. According to the legal filings, the most intense moment happened in June 2021, once again at Tyler's Atlanta home. This time, Derek says he was just chilling in the guest house, in nothing but his underwear, when things escalated again. These claims keep getting deeper and more disturbing. And if what Derek's saying holds weight, this situation could flip everything we thought we knew about one of Hollywood's most powerful names. And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, it does. If even half of what Derek is saying turns out to be true, this whole situation could explode in a major way. According to Derek, one night while he was staying at Tyler's place, things crossed a line that can't be ignored. He claims Tyler walked in under the pretense of giving him a simple good night hug. But instead, Derek says Tyler allegedly pulled down his underwear, grabbed him, and whispered, "Relax and just let it. It's not gonna hurt." That moment chilling. Derek says he tried to immediately shift the conversation to stop things from going any further, but the damage was done. And this whole thing spiraled into something way bigger. Now fans online are starting to draw comparisons to Diddy's controversy, saying this might be another Cassie-level situation, but with even more explosive consequences. Just like Cassie's case kicked open doors, folks are wondering if Derek's lawsuit could spark a whole new wave of truths coming to light in Hollywood. But here's the kicker. Derek didn't just speak for himself. In his legal filing, he heavily hinted that Tyler may have allegedly acted like this with other men in the industry too. If that's real, it matches exactly what Monique and Katt Williams have been warning the public about for years. And it doesn't stop there, because Derek came with receipts. He backed his claims up with text messages between him and Tyler. And these texts, they were far from innocent. The tone, bold, suggestive, and way too flirty to brush off. In one of the most jaw-dropping messages, Tyler allegedly wrote, "What's it going to take for you to have guiltless intimacy? Have y'all found that yet in therapy? This ain't just gossip anymore. This is looking like the kind of scandal that could shake Hollywood to its core." Derek says he responded to one of Tyler's emotional texts by saying, "Giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist." And Tyler, he clapped back with, "That's so cool where you come from. Unfortunately, I have friends in their 50s and 60s still dealing with that. It's sad. You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ." And it didn't stop there. Another message reportedly just ended with a single word, nice. Short, but loaded. These texts started stacking up, and they weren't just casual chats. They were personal, emotional, and some of them straight up suggestive. In another message, Tyler allegedly wrote, "Santa Monica is nice. I'm glad you're going out there. How is your no? Is it stronger? You gotta have a strong no." Derek says he kept it real, responding, "Yes, it's strong. My mom literally thinks I'm going to sell my soul to the Illuminati. She heard Kanye say that it's real." Tyler's reply, "Well, I don't think that, but I do think you have to be able to say no and mean it. Make it clear." Trying to diffuse the tension, Derek joked, "I'll only say yes if it gets me an Oscar." But Tyler, he didn't back down. His response raised even more eyebrows. He allegedly said, "Well, the only one who could have gotten that for you through intimacy is in prison. So just stick to the no unless you're really into him." And then came the most emotional one yet. Tyler reportedly sent another message that was deep, borderline romantic, and left fans shook. "I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you." Yeah, this ain't sounding like a regular industry exchange anymore. These messages are taking the whole situation to another level, and folks are stunned by how bold and personal it all got. Tyler allegedly told Derek, "You are missing the best years of your life, my friend. Trust me. I hope you get past that block in your mind soon." But things didn't stay friendly. They took a jealous turn real quick. According to Derek, Tyler wasn't too happy about him doing a photo shoot with another man. He hinted at feeling left out, like he should have been the one in front of that camera with Derek instead. Tyler allegedly dropped this line. "What I mean by that is, you're so beautiful. When you finally unlock your mind, you're gonna make that person crazy." And just like that, the whole vibe flipped. The energy, straight up flirty and way past any professional boundary. In another message, Tyler supposedly said he was just in that mood that day, letting the vibe speak for itself. The tone, way too heavy, way too personal, and absolutely not work-related. He even blamed his boldness on his testosterone levels acting up. But let's be honest, nobody was buying that excuse. Tyler allegedly added that he felt sorry for anyone trying to flirt with him, making it very clear where his energy was directed. But the situation wasn't just heating up in private. Folks on set were starting to notice. People were picking up on how close Tyler and Derek were getting. And Tyler? He must have felt the tension, because that's when he allegedly hit Derek with a warning. One of the most telling texts reportedly read, "Listen to me. If you let the cast know that you and I have a new friendship, then you're opening yourself up to a lot of questions and foolishness. Boom. Right there. Tyler's tone shifted from flirty to cautionary. That message alone had fans raising eyebrows. Like, why all the secrecy if nothing shady's going on? The deeper this gets, the more people are starting to question just how far this situation really went behind the scenes. Tyler allegedly told Derek, "You want them to know you're here because of your talent, not because of our friendship or because Tony convinced me to give you a job." But that wasn't all. He kept going saying, "You earned your spot like everyone else. Don't give people a reason to play you small, because they will. I can't teach you everything. Some lessons you'll have to learn on your own." Then came the message that really had people doing a double take. Tyler reportedly said, "When we go back to work, I'm not gonna know you. I don't have any friends that work for me." Boom. Just like that, it sounded like he was trying to cut ties and cover his tracks, all in the same breath. Whatever had been going on behind closed doors, it was clearly way deeper than just a work connection, and folks on set were starting to sense it. Tyler allegedly tried to switch the tone back to professional, saying, "My friend, professionalism is key." But if you thought that was the end of it, think again. Things only got messier from there. If people were already whispering on set, you'd think Tyler would pull back and keep it low-key, right? Wrong. According to Derek, Tyler actually doubled down. Their private conversations allegedly got way more personal. And by personal, we mean very intimate. Derek says Tyler started asking direct questions about his preferences during private encounters, like whether he was the one in control or the submissive partner. These weren't casual convos. They were deliberate, intense, and allegedly left no room for confusion. Derek claims Tyler made his intentions crystal clear, and now that the texts are out, people are shocked at how bold the messages really were. Derek claims Tyler straight up admitted he had been with men before, and that he identified as the dominant partner in those encounters. Allegedly, Tyler even said, "When you have a big one and you hit that G-spot, right? They go crazy." But it didn't end there. Tyler reportedly laid out exactly what he was looking for, and it wasn't some deep emotional relationship. According to Derek, Tyler made it clear he wanted something casual, physical, and completely drama-free. Basically, a no-strings-attached setup, just intimacy whenever he wanted, without having to catch feelings. A friends with benefits arrangement, but on his terms. And this is where things really started spiraling. Fans online began connecting the dots, fast. People started saying this all lines up with what Monique and Katt Williams have been warning about for years. Remember when they name-dropped Christian Keys? Both Monique and Katt had hinted that he allegedly went through a similar situation involving Tyler. And now, with Derek finally speaking out, those old claims are resurfacing and gaining steam all over again. This ain't just heating up anymore, it's boiling over. That story about Christian Keys, it's not new, but now it's getting fresh attention thanks to Derek Dixon's lawsuit. According to court documents, the dots are starting to connect in ways that can't be ignored. Back in December 2023, Christian Keys, who worked with Tyler before Derek ever did, posted a video on social media. In that clip, he talked about a disturbing moment with a mystery man in Hollywood. He didn't name names, but he did say the man was a powerful black billionaire in the entertainment world. Now fans are putting two and two together, and Tyler's name keeps getting brought up again and again. Derek says that once he saw Christian Keys' video, everything started clicking. He put two and two together, and in his mind, there's no doubt Christian was talking about Tyler Perry. The similarities in their stories were way too close to ignore. Just like Christian allegedly described, Derek says Tyler would get intoxicated, climb into bed with him, and start touching him in ways that crossed every line. That moment of realization, it hit hard. Derek says after hearing Christian's story, he no longer felt alone, and that's when he knew he had to speak up. Not just for himself, but to protect other actors who might be stuck in the same kind of twisted dynamic. And believe it or not, this thing goes even deeper. According to Derek's legal docs, Tyler Perry Studios didn't just sit back, they allegedly tried to silence Christian Keyes completely. Derek claims the studio took direct action to shut Christian down, including offering him hush money and allegedly threatening him to stay quiet. Yeah, it's no longer just a personal allegation. This is starting to look like a full-blown cover-up. If these claims are real, it's not just one actor coming forward, it's a pattern. And that means more voices might follow. The industry is rattled, the internet's buzzing. And this whole thing, it's turning into one of the biggest Hollywood shakeups in recent memory. And Tyler, he's not taking it lightly. As soon as Derek's accusations hit the public, Tyler lawyered up quick. His legal team fired back immediately, calling the entire lawsuit bogus and saying none of it adds up. But let's be honest, with all these stories stacking up and receipts being dropped left and right, folks aren't just brushing it off anymore. This drama isn't slowing down. It's just getting wilder. Tyler Perry's legal team wasted no time clapping back. They said, "This is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims will fail." But let's be real, folks aren't just brushing this off. With Nique, Katt Williams, Christian Keyes, and now Derek Dixon all putting Tyler's name in the same type of conversation, people are definitely starting to look at him sideways. Especially since Derek's claims line up almost perfectly with what Christian said in that 2023 video. Except now, there's actual text receipts. And don't forget, Christian dropped something else in his video that had the internet buzzing. He said a mysterious man once came to his home and offered him $100,000 just to strip. No touching, no physical contact. The man didn't even ask to get close. He just wanted to watch Christian take his clothes off. That alone had people doing double takes. Christian never named the man, but he definitely dropped hints. He said the person was a well-known philanthropist, someone deeply involved in uplifting the Black community and always cutting big checks for major causes. Now, let's be honest, Hollywood doesn't have a long list of Black billionaires. So once Christian dropped that description, people started connecting dots. Fast. And guess who ended up at the top of that list? Tyler Perry. Few people in the industry have written more checks, funded more outreach, or gone harder for public Black causes than Tyler. So when Christian laid out those details, the internet didn't stay quiet. They immediately started pointing fingers. Now with Derek coming forward too, the whispers are turning into full-blown speculation. Now this whole situation, it's turning into one of the biggest and most talked about scandals in Hollywood right now. With all eyes locked on Tyler Perry, the pressure is building. Fast. Social media is in overdrive, and people are deep diving into his past like never before, looking for any clue that connects the dots. Fans are digging up everything. Old interviews, red carpet moments, behind-the-scenes footage, all trying to figure out who the real Tyler is behind that billionaire image. And while Tyler's team is scrambling to shut the narrative down, the internet is out here doing what it does best, speculating like crazy. Some folks are riding for Tyler, claiming he's being targeted just because he's rich, powerful, and successful. But others, they're not buying it. Not with this growing pile of allegations, and definitely not with all these stories sounding eerily similar. But hold up, it gets even wilder. Rumors are now swirling that Derek Dixon might not be the only one getting ready to speak out. Word on the digital streets is that at least 2 more men in the industry are allegedly preparing to come forward with their own stories. And if that happens, well, this might blow up into a full-on Hollywood reckoning. But here's what's really got people raising eyebrows: the silence from Tyler's A-list friends. Normally, when something like this drops, you see big-name celebs rushing to defend each other, posting statements, jumping in the comments, doing interviews. But this time, nothing. Crickets, no posts, no tweets, no public words of support. And that silence? It's loud. Now fans are wondering, are they staying quiet because they're waiting for facts? Or is it because they already know what's up behind the scenes? Either way, this scandal's got Hollywood holding its breath. Meanwhile, Monique and Katt Williams are sitting back watching this whole thing unfold. And let's be honest, they're looking real vindicated right now. After years of being dragged, blackballed, and labeled as bitter, the spotlight is finally shifting in their favor. And they are not staying quiet. What's next? If even one more person steps forward, this could turn into one of the biggest Hollywood breakdowns we've ever seen. And Monique, she's already hinting that more names are about to drop. She's been real bold, suggesting that Derek ain't the only one, and that there's a whole list of folks Tyler allegedly crossed. And if that list drops, oh, it's gonna be pure fireworks. You know Monique's gonna deliver that with a cold dish of payback, and social media is ready for it. This might finally be her moment of full-blown redemption. And if that happens, best believe it's gonna shake the entire entertainment industry. It's wild how life comes full circle, right? Tyler Perry built his image around giving back to the community. That's exactly why so many people believed he couldn't be the one Christian Keys was talking about back in 2023. Back then, it was just whispers, just rumors. But now, with Derek Dixon's lawsuit out in the open, and with Monique and Katt backing it up, things are starting to look real shaky for Mr. Madea. Some folks are already calling him the next Diddy. And honestly, those comparisons are starting to hit a little too close. But hey, now it's on you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Is this the fall of another Hollywood heavyweight? Let's talk about it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unfiltered drama straight from the industry's front lines. And click that next video, because we're diving even deeper into this crazy story. See you in the next one.